Hello, welcome to my channel. For all of you who have been here before, of course, you know my name is Tydeja. But if you're new here, this is D Love Journey, where we explore our higher selves, all the breakdowns, the breakthroughs, the lessons, the laughter, and everything in between, while encouraging each other to know thyself and love thyself more and more every day. So if that's something that you can get down with, please subscribe, join the journey. We would love to have you. And today I am just doing something a little light, a little fun. I have to do my hair for the work week ahead. So I decided, why not come on here live and just do a little chit chat, kind of just, shoot the shit, talk about whatever, and, do my hair. Kill two birds with one stone. It's a win-win. So yeah, today I'm going to just be chilling here with you guys. If there's anything you guys, want to chat about, definitely be sure to drop it down in the comments. When this goes up, I will be here chatting it out with you guys. Still getting used to going live, just to be honest. So this is a new experience for me. And I'm still trying to figure out, like, how to moderate, how to read the comments, how to make sure my service is right so it's not choppy. Like, there's like a whole another level of preparedness that comes with being live. So bear with me. Okay. So yeah, for those of you who are a part of the community, thanks for being here. I hope this new year is treating you well. For me, I've been really laying low. I've been taking it easy. A lot of people have been asking me like, oh, what are you doing? Like, did you go out, this, that, or whatever? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I did not go out. I stayed home. I pretty much just enjoyed a nice dinner. I want to say maybe I watched a movie or watched a little TV. I went to bed early. I woke up early. Today I am doing laundry. So like I've just been cleaning. I've been reorganizing. I've been going through just like old things that I've been putting off for a long time and kind of just like preparing myself for a fresh start, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start doing my hair. Obviously, I haven't done nothing with it, so y'all don't come in here roasting me, okay? I had washed it the other day and I literally just put it into for a little twist because I didn't feel like doing it then. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it now. I'm gonna go ahead and start with re-moisturizing my hair and then we'll get into styling it. But yeah, how's life? How are you guys doing? What's been new for you this winter season? For me, I have been in a transition period lately. For my close friends and family that know me, you know that I've had a really rocky work life these past few months, like 6 months, almost a year. And so I was in like a really toxic work environment, just to keep it simple. My boss was a complete biatch. That's the nicest thing I could say about her. And yeah, it was just really unhealthy for me. Like I had a position where I overlooked a department, so I managed the operations, and my boss, she was the person who saw me and my co-supervisor in that department, and she just, I don't know what her issue was, but we just didn't click. We didn't get along. She was kind of like one of those miserable people who like always found something to nitpick about and always found, a reason to micromanage you or whatever the case may be, but then in the same breath wanted to be your friend, and it just wasn't making sense to me. So I kind of put up with that for a while, but eventually it started to kind of mess with my inner peace. It started to get in the way of just me being able to go to work, make my money, and you know, come home and leave work at work. So I'm not that kind of person. I really like to be invested in my job. I like to be invested in my community, and I like to enjoy the work that I'm doing. If I'm going to be working for somebody, I want to be doing something I love. So me being in that experience just was not it for me. I started manifesting after, um, you know, just enough things had happened. I started to manifest that new opportunities made their way to me. And before I went to Georgia, I don't know, those of you who follow me and know that I went to Georgia for like a reunion. I had a Costa Rica spiritual retreat with the Body Life Tribe back in 2022. And so like we got together last year, 2023, as like a reunion. And right before then, like I had just had enough. Okay. And so I finally had started looking into, you know, manifesting new opportunities to get me up out of there. So by the grace of the Most High, I have been in a space right now where I was able to leave, and I am in a new department, which so far I like. It's still pretty fresh and new for me. So I haven't formed my opinion about it, but I told myself that, you know, the divine had opened up a position exactly for me. It's something I've done before. It's something I'm comfortable doing. So regardless of the people that I experienced there, that this opportunity is there for me to make the most out of it, and I will. So that's kind of where I've been at as far as my work and life goes. There are a lot of little things in between, but for the most part, I've just been taking it easy, and I'm grateful for that. So yeah, this year, at least I won't have to worry so much about work being something I dread waking up to do. And very grateful for that. So yeah, that's something that I haven't had the opportunity to share yet, that I'm very happy to share. And don't y'all come for me how I'm doing my hair, okay? I'm just trying to get through this. Like I said, I had already kind of detangled and washed yesterday, so I'm not just going in willy-nilly. My hair for the most part is detangled, but you saw how it looked when it was in those twists, so it just needs a little refresh. So I'm just going through and detangling, moisturizing, and then I'm gonna go back in style. For those of you who have natural hair, like how is the natural hair journey for you guys going right now? I'd love to know. And again, I'll be in the comments communicating with you guys and kind of chopping it up in this post, because right now there's no way I could go live, read the comments, try to respond, and do my hair at the same time. We're not there yet, but one day we will be. So how is your natural hair journey going for you? Have you guys given up? I know I've done that before. When I was natural, I just decided, you know what, fuck this. I'm going back to the creamy crack. But it's been a minute. I haven't had a perm in my hair since, wow, how long has it been? I want to say 2015, maybe? Yeah, about 2015. I've been natural, and then just recently, back in 2022, I dyed my hair. So now it's color treated. If you can't tell, the ends are lighter. I went like a ginger copper color, and just recently I decided I was done with that because it was growing out so much, and I went ahead and dyed the ends like a more softer brown. So that is what's going on with my hair. I can't say once I dyed it, it definitely became a little more brittle, and just because my hair is naturally very dry already. And so with me, you know, color treating it. That did not help. However, my hair still grows like wildfire, so I'm really grateful for that. Thank you, ancestors, for these good old genes. Because I definitely ain't missing out on no hair. And I have bad dandruff, so you're gonna see me dusting dandruff off throughout this as well. Just gonna let y'all know. So don't come for me talking about, ooh, you didn't wash your hair good enough and such. Like, that's not the case. I've had very bad psoriasis of the scalp and growing dandruff flakes since I was a baby. If any of y'all know that, I think it's called cradle cap. Yeah, that was me. I was that baby. But my grandma always told me, it's for your hair to grow. That's why you got it. You know, it makes your hair grow and this and that or whatever. She would take a comb and like scratch it off my scalp. And I really loved that as a kid. Just like the feeling of getting my scalp greased and scratching that dandruff off. Even though I know now that it's not healthy for you to scratch it off, it still felt good. It felt good. So anyways, what else is going on with me this new year? I guess I want to just kind of talk about a little bit of like the things that I learned about myself and how 2023 was to me. I can say like I learned a lot last year about myself, and like a lot of the things, boundaries and like things that I had walked away from that I thought, you know, I had debt and put in the ground, came back around to kind of test me. Like, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you really done? Like, are you really done? You know? And so for some of those things, like I was able to really overcome and embrace the new experience. But for some of the harder things like family and, you know, work, I definitely was tested. And I learned about myself that I have a tendency to really be hard on myself as far as like how I show up. And like, for those of you who are into tarot, my card for the year was Judgment, the Judgment card. And so I realized not only like are there a lot of situations where I need to use better judgment and discernment within my life, but like sometimes I tend to worry too much about like doing the right thing or about people doing right by me, how I would do by them, and kind of like getting caught up in this idea of like, what's justice, what's right, and like people being held accountable for their actions. Oh my God, my hair is tangled a mess. Okay, anyways. So yeah, just realizing like how I judge people and like how I believe in the right thing, and sometimes I get too caught up in like the crusade of like doing the right thing, or people not doing the right thing and like wanting justice, wanting something to be done about it. I have a hard time just sitting back and like seeing something happening, like a wrongdoing, and not wanting to speak up about it or not wanting to show up for whoever is in need, even when it don't have, you know, any actual solution or like, you know, anything that I can really do about it. I do like to kind of like speak up on the matter, and sometimes that gets me into trouble, especially last year. It definitely did get me into trouble. So I think that learning how to mind my business last year was a big thing, and that kind of came across a little standoffish, I'm sure, to a lot of my friends and family. You know, I didn't really pick up the phone as much when I heard about family drama, or I saw some family drama on social media, or my friends having drama. For the most part, I stayed out of it. I had nothing to say about it. Didn't want nothing to do with it. Or if I wasn't feeling good, I just didn't go out of my way to, you know, put my 2 cents into other people's situations or things that I could not control. So that was one thing in 2023 that I experienced. And I think I also have a tendency, like, I don't know about you guys, and please let me know in the comments below how you feel about this, but I also have a tendency to, like, want to do things right. You know, like, I don't necessarily want to be perfect, but I do strive to be, like, the best I can possibly be. And I feel like I spend a lot of time researching and a lot of time, like, really focusing on getting things together and like pulling things together and like going over the details and making sure that every piece and part that I can prepare for is done. And I think sometimes that kind of holds me back because I spend so much time worrying about doing things the right way and about not starting until everything is in place and kind of like, you know, wanting to have everything together before I start, that I end up missing out on a lot of opportunities that way because I'm so busy trying to be right, trying to be prepared, trying to, you know, do my very best that I'm not actually present and enjoying the moment. Oh, this is all up in my face. Hold on, y'all. And I don't want to be that way. That's not how I want to experience my life. Ooh, this is kind of a big piece. Y'all know that middle section of your hair where it be extra nappy? Well, if you don't know, you about to find out, honey, because my shit is no joke. And this is why I don't like doing my hair. That's why I don't like combing my hair. Probably should have did this right after I washed, but your girl was lazy, so I threw in some twist and I called it a day. But that's okay. Now we get to sit together and we get a chit chat, so it's a win-win. But anyways, yeah, kind of overcoming the idea of like being prepared and over preparing and like stuck in researcher mode and like not wanting to make mistakes and do things the wrong way, or like, you know, trying to be overly prepared. I've noticed that there are a lot of things I could have accomplished last year that are still on my to-do list because a bitch is still researching. Do you guys have that problem at all? Like, do you feel like, not to say, or maybe you do think you're a perfectionist or like you're super detail oriented, right? But like, do you feel like you want to research and like have everything in order before you start something? Or are you the kind of person that just like jumps right in? Like you figure it out as you go, or you want to know where you're going before you go there, or you want a basic plan before you get started? Like, how are you? How do you move and maneuver through new experiences? I'd love to know. So as you see, we're getting it together. This is what my hair looked like when I had first washed it, okay? It was nice and moisturized and wet and juicy, and I just threw it into some twist, and then you see what it looks like now. So we're just trying to get that to that state, and then we're gonna go ahead and just do a couple of twists, and my hair will be done for the week. In the winter, I do like to wear wigs because it's easy to just plop a wig on your head and be done. Y'all might hear my partner come in. They know I'm recording though, so we should be good. But don't be surprised if you hear my dog start barking or some doors and cabinets start banging around. But anyways, what were we talking about? I feel like my memory has definitely been a little less reliable lately. Wigs. We're talking about wigs. Do you guys like to wear wigs? I remember back in the day, like, you know, when quick weaves and things like that were still like the hottest new thing. And a lot of people I know still do quick weaves. I'm still here for quick weaves, right? But I remember back in the day, like wigs used to be like unfathomable. Like oh my God, do you see her wearing that wig? Yada, yada, yada. Like, people would come for you if you had a wig on. Given, this was before like lace fronts, at least from what I knew were really a thing. Like having a lace front, you had to be pretty much a movie star or something like that. Back in them days, we were lucky if we had like a little lace part, or pretty much you just tried to get your leave out to blend into that weave, honey. So nowadays I feel like wigs are it. Everybody loves wigs. You don't care if people know it's a wig. You know, it's not like as taboo as it used to be back in the days. They got all types of wig. U-part wigs, lace front wigs, shake and go wigs, all the wigs, right? Anyways, normally I like to just leave my natural hair moisturized. I'll plait it up, or I might cornrow it during the winter and just throw a wig on top. But a lot of my wigs are old and dusted and busted. I ain't gonna lie. I really gotta go in and have like a wig wash day. Do you guys wash your wigs? Like once you're wearing a wig and you've worn it out, do you wash it like right then and there, or do you throw it in the pile of wigs? Do you throw it back in the bag and worry about it the next time you pull it out? I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna throw it in the bag and worry about it the next time kind of person. So now the problem is when I go into my bag of wigs, they all need to be washed. So don't be like me. Wash your wigs after you wear them so they're ready to go. But yeah, I also am very natural. Like I have embraced and learned to love my natural hair. When I first went natural, like the shrinkage thing really bothered me. I hated the fact that I knew my hair was so long and healthy, but it just looked like a little Afro poof. And now over time, I've learned that the more my hair shrinks up, the healthier it is. And I don't have anything to prove to anybody as far as how long my hair is. As India Irie would say, I am not my hair. And yeah, my natural hair is beautiful in every way that it shows up. So now when I go to work, I proudly sport my natural hair. And the only time I put it away in a wig is really if I don't feel like combing it, because I am still a little lazy when it comes to my hair, or to protect it so that I'm not dealing with it all day when I'm rushing to get ready, cute, and beautified for work in the morning. All right, so we got the detangling done. Now we're gonna go back and do our moisturizing and styling. Just gonna do some twists, like I said. I do have really dry scalp, so I try to make sure I always oil it. Today I'm using this As I Am, but I wanna say actually this is a mix of a whole bunch of different oils. This has pomegranate and passion fruit oil, but I also added some of the wild growth oil from that like white bottle, if you know, you know. And then I put some of my organic extra virgin olive oil in here. Also my organic black castor oil. And I want to say a little bit of my rosemary oil. So this is just a whole bunch of different oils. Also, I didn't show y'all none of my products. See, I got to get on it. Obviously, a little water because we need water. I like this mister because I have really low porosity hair. And so my hair struggles to actually absorb water, and I feel like it's easier to like soak my hair with little bits of mist than like throwing a whole bunch of water on there. I have my T-Gen leave-in conditioner. Love this. There's another one they have, it's like white, and I think it's like a restorative recipe, but this one's like the second best in my opinion of this brand. But yeah, it smells delicious. It's the Rose Water Smoothing Leave-In Conditioner. Obviously I got a big one because Me and my partner are both natural. We use a lot of it. And then I'm going to be using the Tracy Ellis Ross pattern styling cream. This stuff ain't no joke, okay? First off, it's expensive, so yeah. But it's pretty thick and it lasts. One thing I will say about this curls your hair up like nobody's business, honey. And it will make your hair shrink up. So if you don't like shrinkage and you really, you know, want to have more of a stretch look, I would not recommend putting that in your hair for like a blowout or a stretched look. And again, my scalp gets super dry, so I've learned to be very generous with the oil in my troubled spots. So yeah, I don't really post a lot of hair videos here. Is that something you guys would like to see? Like, how is your hair journey? I feel like hair is a big part of your self-love journey and the love journey in general. I feel like as Black women, we've been criticized and ostracized for our natural, beautiful tress of hair. And recently, in the past maybe decade, people have really fought back and accepted their hair and their roots and not allowed for corporate America or the education system or the beauty standards to tell us that our hair is not beautiful, because it absolutely is. I love that. Maybe if I did post more hair videos, I would be incentivized or encouraged to be more consistent with taking care of my own hair. So that's a win-win. All right, my little scalp massage is done. So now let's get into the nitty-gritty. I already kind of had a mental idea of what I wanted to do with my hair today. I don't like have a style, a picture, or anything like fancy that I'm going off of. I'm just gonna do literally like a bang, a flat twist, and then I'm gonna do the rest of my hair in some two-strand twist. So let's go ahead and map out the bangs. We're gonna take this, let's see, out here. Okay, so for New Year 2024, one thing I'm going to embrace is not trying too hard to be soft. I feel like all 2023, one thing that I really wanted to embrace was like soft life. You know how that's like a hot new trend on social media. But like in all actuality, I feel like I've always been in a position where I've had to make sure everything's okay. Like with my family, just the way that I grew up. And so the opportunity to really take a step back and embrace my femininity was something that I really wanted to call in for 2023, big time. And I feel like it was a good intention and it's still something that I want, but the way that I went about it was not necessarily the best for the outcome that I was looking for. I feel like everybody kind of is going to go through the soft life transition differently, you know, because we all have our own unique forms of what soft looks like and what feels good to us. So for me personally, I will say that I was trying way too hard to be soft. Like, I don't know why, but I thought that like being soft was kind of eliminating all of my responsibilities that kind of put me in a place of not feeling okay. But unfortunately in life, there are going to be a lot of experiences where you don't feel okay. And it's not about necessarily the experiences, but it's about how you choose to show up in them. And I think I learned that a little too late last year. So this year, I'm really going to just embrace the idea of being more reflective, like really taking the time to pause and feel my emotions and not just withdraw, but actually choose to like advocate for myself what I need to feel taken care of in the moment, not just not engage or withdraw. Because I feel like for me, softness is that. Also, another thing, you guys, I'm terrible when it comes to parting my hair. So if anybody has like an app or an invention or a tool or something that helps you with like parting straight, help your girl out, because that is one thing I've never been good at. I'm not even gonna lie. But I think this is good enough for what I'm trying to do. So we're gonna roll with it. And then we can always come back later with edge control and clean it up. What do you guys use to detangle your hair? I've been using a Denman brush in the shower, which I really like because it slips through so easy. And then I also got this detangler brush at the beauty supply store, I wanna say. It kind of like stretches so that way it bends with your hair instead of bending your hair, which I really love. We're gonna come back to this. This will be the last part. We're just gonna get the big flat twist done first. And this will be our bang. Another thing last year that I experienced was struggling to like be consistent with my YouTube. I mean, obviously you guys will know that, right? There are a lot of moments when I'm like really inspired and I'm just like, fuck yeah, let's make all these videos. Like I'm feeling good, post. And then, especially with like Instagram, there will be moments when I'm like, fuck this. Like I don't even wanna look at it. I don't want anything to do with it. And so as a content creator, you know, that can be problematic. As a human though, I feel like it's 100% necessary. And so like finding the balance between what's good for me, Tydesia the human, versus what's good for my community, right? The love journey. And like, how can I show up for people, but at the same time, like still make sure that I'm showing up for myself and doing what's best for myself. I think that's something that all content creators go through. Or maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's just me. Who knows, but yeah, showing up for the public is not easy, and I'm very grateful that I have the space to show up and provide a community for others. But I also have to remember that, you know, sometimes it's important for me to lean into my own community and my own wellness. Because if I'm unwell, how in the heck am I gonna show up for anybody else? Okay. There's just a little piece of hair here. But yeah. All right, so just gonna go back in. Probably gonna make this into about 4 twists right here. Adding some more water. A little bit of leave-in on my ends because they get super dry. then I'm gonna go in with the curling cream and bust out about 4 flat twists here. Another thing that was exciting last year for me is that I had my first sponsored collaboration, which was pretty awesome. Let's see. I got a mirror here, so we're gonna use that to try to check our parts. Yep, that's definitely crooked. Let's try that again. It's not bad. We'll take that. Yeah. Okay. So for me personally, I'll say that when it comes to doing my hair, I'm not a stickler for like perfect. I'm the kind of person that I just want it to be done as healthily, if that's a word, and as quickly and effortlessly as possible. Like I do want to, you know, moisturize it and give it the nutrients and things like that that it needs. But in the same breath, like I'm not gonna spend an hour making sure that my parts are perfectly straight. Now for you, you may wanna do that, that's great. But for me, I'm not. Especially if you're gonna put this under a wig or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it's not something to worry about or stress about. I like to, even if I am putting my hair under a wig, make sure that it looks like something I'm not afraid to go outside with underneath. Again, that's just me. No shade to anybody else. This is a safe space. This is a guilt-free zone where we are living in our truth, learning to love ourselves perfectly and perfectly. Okay. So what was something else I wanted to talk to you guys about? I think we talked about the soft life thing, right? But I feel like I didn't really go into like how sometimes being kind or being soft can kind of come across as being like a pushover or weak, or people think that they can take advantage of you or whatever the case may be. And I think last year taught me that yes, I want to be soft, but I also have to be firm. Because when I first started the soft life thing, I was just like, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna be soft, I'm not gonna fight, I'm just gonna go with the flow. And then I quickly realized people thought that they were gonna run me. And as a Taurus sun and a Leo moon, that's not gonna happen. But my Pisces rising does not like to start problems. We are for the people. You know, we care a lot about how people feel and being there for people, and we can kind of bend to the needs of others very easily. I quickly learned that I needed to be firm and soft at the same time. So again, that may look different for everybody, but for me, it came in the form of boundary setting with love. And for some people, I'm sure it rubbed the wrong way, especially in the work setting, because I feel like that's a really tricky place as a woman to navigate, because most of the time our work environments are dominated by men, white men at that, And anytime that you come across firm or with boundaries, well, I shouldn't say anytime, but a lot of the times, it could be seen as you being aggressive, argumentative. Um, what else have I been told in the office that I've been aggressive? I'm just like, are you really gonna tell a Black woman that she's being aggressive for speaking her mind or for disagreeing with you? Like, is that what we're doing now in 2023? But yeah, I've been told that, oh, I don't like your tone. I've been told a lot of different things, okay? So when you are in the workspace or when you are in a family space and you're trying to be firm, sometimes it can be taken out of context, but also when you're being too soft, that can be taken out of context too. So for me, I've learned that tone does matter, right? So how you say things matter, but you should always say what you mean. You know, say what you want, what you need, what you're looking for, what you're not going to accept. Like, that is a part of being firm, and how you say it can be the part of being kind. So just really taking a breath in the moment, pausing, remembering how you're trying to come across, remembering like the intention of being soft, but then also like being very aware of what it is that you want out of that interaction as well. Okay. So for me, I'll be bringing that into 2024 for sure. You guys have any stories about people taking your kindness for weakness? Yet again, I'd love to hear in the chat if you guys want to share a part of your journey, whether it was last year or just in general, where folks have had you fucked up. I feel like we all have those stories, right? Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay, did anybody set any New Year intentions for this year? I'm not really like a really big New Year resolution setter. I guess intention, resolution, same thing. So then that probably is a lie because I set intentions all the time. But like, I don't know, just being kind of like bound to this idea that your intentions or resolutions have to come in the new year. Like, it's the one time when you can like decide to change. I don't really agree with that, obviously, right? Because we have the power to do that every day. Sorry, y'all. Bear with me, I'm not a professional hair doer. So all y'all in the comments better be nice, because this is the love journey where we are sharing our truths and we are showing each other love and understanding, right? Not reading each other for the filth. Anyways, New Year's resolutions. I didn't really set any New Year resolutions this year. I do have one kind of like intention that I'm carrying over from last year, really. Something I've been working on since the fall of 2020, which is like revamping or recalibrating my wellness routine. I spent a lot of time like figuring out what that looked like for me last year and like what time I need to wake up. Like I feel like I accomplish more and I feel better when I wake up earlier in the morning, even though I do work an office job and I have to be there quite early. 8 o'clock in the morning. My old job, it was 7:30, so I guess I'm happy that I get an extra 30 minutes, but not really, because yet again, I'm a Taurus. I love to sleep, honey. I do not play by my sleep at all. But anyways, I've been really trying to make sure that I'm more mindful about when I go to sleep so that I do get enough sleep and I'm not compromising on that. I forgot how much I love sleep. I feel like I was losing a lot of sleep last year, and that's not something I want to carry over this year. So being really intentional about what time I go to bed. One old habit that I'm bringing back for this year that I kind of lost last year, just to be honest, because this is a safe space, right? And just as I expect you guys to feel safe and vulnerable, I am going to be vulnerable as well. But like, I am a big TV person. I like to watch movies. Like, I love movies. I love a good show. I'm a sucker for a psychological thriller. Murder mystery is like my idea of a bedtime story, like all of that, okay? So I've gotten into the bad habit of watching more TV than I like. One thing I have tried to implement as a part of like my wellness journey, right? And my New Year resolution moving forward is having a designated TV off time. So instead of staying up or watching TV in bed as I go to sleep, this year I really want to stay off of all electronics at least an hour before I go to bed. That is one intention for me. So that includes my cell phone. Like, and one of the ways that I've been working into that is setting the bedtime timer on my phone. So like it locks me out of certain apps and things like that when a certain time comes, or like all my notifications will shut off. So anybody trying to call me or text me after a certain time, don't be offended because, oh wait, I don't think I did that how I did the other side. Let me check real quick. I did 1 and then I did 2. Okay. See, there's a little method to my madness. Just a little. Yeah. Anyways, I feel like Dory today, y'all. I feel like Dory. What was I talking about? Oh, the bedtime timer. So yeah, I set a timer on my phone so that basically any notifications from like Instagram or YouTube or anything like that won't come through after a certain time, and even text messages from friends, family, they will come through, but like I will not get a notification about it. It'll be silent, and even like my notification center will know that it's bedtime. So like it won't show what they said. It'll just show like while you were in bedtime mode or while you were in work mode, you received, you know, notification from so-and-so. Like, so it's really generic. So it kind of stops me from wanting to pick up the phone and check and see, oh my God, what did they say or whatever. I definitely want to maintain that this year, and also like not being a person who has to sleep with the TV on, because I feel like that can kind of sneak into your subconscious. You know, we forget like what we consume is not just restricted to the food that we put in our mouths. What we consume is also what we see on a daily basis, whether it's on social media or whether it's the things that we listen to as far as music, the conversations we have, like all of that sits in our subconscious. And while you're sleeping, whether you know it or not, you can still be picking up on a lot of those energies and affect your dreams. And I don't want that, because my dreams are a way that my spiritual team communicates and teaches and shares a lot of different things with me for my journey, and I'm sure for you too. So that's one thing. What else do I have? I definitely want to start moving my body more. I am really big into yoga, so making sure that I provide the time and space for myself to be able to really use that practice for my mental, physical, spiritual health. Also, for my close friends and family, you guys know this, but I am a pole fitness person. What is pole fitness, Tydisha? Well, let me tell you if you don't know what pole fitness is. Pole fitness is a method of working out that involves the pole, also known as a stripper pole, a dancing pole, and we use the pole as a means of exercise and also reconnecting and tapping into our feminine energy, unleashing our sensual, sexual sides, and just embracing that, all while burning calories and honestly, like, really building strength. Like, you have no idea how much work it takes to hold yourself up on a pole, honey, and make it look sexy. I'm gonna just leave that there. But anyways, that's something I definitely will be leaning into more this year, doing a lot of fitness and things like dance, pole, that make me feel good, that help me tap back into my sensual, sexy side. We're almost done. Yes. Yes. So happy. Oh my God. Okay. And what about you guys? What kind of fitness are you gonna get into? I heard some people like to do like hot yoga. I don't know if anybody's ever done hot yoga. It's not perfect, but yet again, see what I mean? Like, that's pretty fucking good to me. Like, it's not perfect, but it's also not terrible. So we're gonna go with that. If you want to clean yours up and use your comb, do what makes you happy. But yeah, what do you guys like to do? Has anyone ever tried pole class before? Has anyone ever been a dancer before? Only if you want to share. You don't have to share that in the comments. I know that can be kind of private, but I'd love to hear your story. If you want to hit me up on Instagram and chat about that, I'd be so down for that, because I actually always thought that one day, even this was way back when, not so much anymore, but that I would be able to be a dancer. Just like the whole environment, I feel like might be a little triggering depending on your background. So like that always kind of kept me away. And then also I'm like, do they let girls my size pole dance? Because I would be happy to do it. But like, I don't really know, what the expectations are for dancers. So I'd love to hear some personal stories in my DMs on Instagram if you'd like to share. Or you can always email me. I feel like that would be a fun tea time because I have so many questions, like to be able to like sit here live or do a video where we can chop it up and chat about the strip club chronicles. It's my kind of vibe. Anyways, see, this is why you can't get me on live and just have me talking about random stuff, chit-chatting it out. There's no telling where things will go. I think we were talking about New Year's resolutions. So outside of, fitness, wellness, and taking care of my sleep, we're not ready for that. I think another thing that I'm really embracing this year is saying less and doing more. I feel like I do a lot of talking as far as even just with myself, to be honest, and my spirit team. It's gonna be all the way 100 here, and like manifesting and writing down the things that I want to accomplish. And I have so many things, like so many videos I need to film, and so many like concept ideas that I want to bring to life. And this year I want to focus more on doing them as I set the intention, as the ideas come to motion in divine time, right? Of course, but like I really want to focus on doing it and spending more time in the present of like creating and doing, and less time in the space of like planning and talking about it and like super fine tuning my moves. Another thing for me too also is like I feel like I want to live more unfiltered. Like I feel like I've been in a space where I've had my heart on my sleeve and I've 100% been my main character self, but I also kind of spent a lot of time like masking and like going out and just like having a good time and always being down for whatever, and like being young, wild, and free. And my life might be in shambles, you know, but I'm having a good time. Like that was me. And I feel like I want to get back into a space where I can be vulnerable and show up fully as myself, but from like a healed space where I still have boundaries and I no longer say yes to everything. Being fully myself and not being worried about putting people off if people don't like what I have to say or how I'm choosing to show up, or the fact that I have on some punk rock makeup at work. Like, it's mind your business. That's none of your business at all. If I want to wear heels to the movies, that's my business. You know, just being able to do whatever it is I want, whatever it is that makes me feel happy, that makes me feel sexy, feminine, soft, loved, unique, all of that. This is where things get wild, okay? So like I said, you're gonna see me doing all types of crazy things when it comes to like how I'm parting my hair. Don't judge me. I'm going to work like this. You ain't, so don't worry about it. Okay? I'm also thinking about cutting my hair to cut off the color treated part, the ends, because I feel like my hair would be way easier to manage without like the brittleness and the tangling that comes from the treated portion. I don't know if you guys can see, I'm using my natural light. Let me see if I step into the natural light a little more. If you can see, not really, hold on. Bam. Okay, so it'd be like from here, it's like way up here down. So it'd be almost like a big chop. Y'all be down to go through that with me? I don't know. I feel like it might be nice to release some hair. Let's take a look. Okay. Sorry, y'all, I'm readjusting now. Okay. Anyways, yeah, that's what's new with me for this year so far. Let's talk YouTube, right? Because we're on YouTube. So for those of you who don't know, I also do have an Instagram. And on that Instagram, you can find me under D Love Journey. My Instagram started off as like a model page, a modeling page, back when I was doing plus size modeling. And a lot of people always be like, oh wow, you are a model. And it's like, yeah, but also people forget there are different types of models. So like I wasn't necessarily out here on the cover of Vogue magazines and things like that, but I more so did like fit modeling. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's when they use your body and your measurements to actually fit and create the clothing. So for like a standard size, if you're a standard size 12, I don't know if 12 is plus size, but like 14, 16, 18 or whatever, you would basically be chosen if you have the proportions that they prefer or they like or they're used to when they make their clothing. And what you would do is you would go to their studio and they would use your body to help make the prototype clothing for their designs. Also like runway work where you might do a fashion show for up and coming designers or existing designers where you would walk in their clothes. There are also other types of modeling, but that's pretty much what I did. I worked more with small businesses and up and coming designers and creators for fit modeling, runway, and also I did my own photo shoots and things like that, created my portfolio online. So when you go to my Instagram, you may be a little confused, but as I transitioned into the self-love journey and everything like that, I decided that I would go ahead and keep those pictures up because those were some of the moments when I definitely exhibited the most self-love and body positivity, and I'm still very much about that representation. And so I'm starting now to kind of transition into like the spiritual self-love, body positivity, instead of modeling version of my Instagram. And I would really love and appreciate for those of you who do enjoy my content here on YouTube to go ahead and follow me on Instagram so that I can continue to build the spiritual community and like those of you who are on love journeys, wellness journeys on my Insta. I do have a yoga video that will be going up sometime soon if it hasn't already gone up. By the time you guys have watched this video, it should be up right after. So if you're into like fitness and like mindfulness and maybe you've never tried yoga and you've always wanted to, or you do yoga all the time and you want to just vibe out with me, definitely would appreciate you guys supporting that content. It's actually a video that I had already posted, but a lot of people were saying that like the frame, or I guess the way that I had recorded it, like it was cropped, and they wanted to actually see less of the black and more of the film. And what had happened was when I recorded it, I think I did it on my phone. Like I'm recording on my phone right now, which is why I wasn't able to do like all the comments and all that other stuff. But anyways, when I record on my phone, You normally have to like flip it to landscape so that way like you're able to get a better frame for your picture. But I think this time I had accidentally left it on portrait. And so it kind of came out crazy. I'm gonna go back and do my edges every day, y'all, so don't worry, these edges are left out for a reason. They will be handled. So let's go ahead and just show you guys the base of what I have. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do my bangs. I'll just do a quick spin for you guys so you can see the natural twist. And again, this is cute if I decide to wear it just like this, or I might decide that, I think that's the wrong side. But yeah, I have a magnified side too. I might decide that, you know, I wanna throw a wig on or something. I could do what I wanna do. All right, y'all, we almost done. Thank you for those of you who are still riding it out with me. Yet again, when I post this, I'm gonna do it as a premiere. So hopefully we can chat it up while it's playing and all that good stuff. But yeah, I appreciate everyone who really comes through and supports me and shows up for me. Those of you who leave comments, I have my good old faithful friends that show me a lot of love on here, which I can never express my gratitude enough for. And then I have the occasional hater. Also grateful for you because you're watching. And yeah, I'm just really grateful for those of you who come on here and show me love. Thank you for vibing out with me. I know this is a really impromptu video, kind of just chilling. We're not really talking about nothing serious. I just wanted to hang out, show up and vibe with you guys, be with you guys for a moment. It doesn't always have to be super serious or like some spiritual forecasting breakdown or us trying on some clothes. Sometimes we can just show up and just spend time together. I feel like that's important too. Okay. You guys have any concerts or anything that you're looking forward to this year? I missed the Beyonce concert, even though I went to go watch her movie. The movie was really good. It just reminded me of like how sad I was to not be able to go to her show. But I also heard she may be doing like a residency in Vegas, and if that's the case, I'm definitely gonna be there. Okay, wait, let me focus because I'm all over the place right now. Bam, and then bring it around here. Okay. I heard Sis is going back on tour too. I didn't catch her first tour run, but I do love me some SZA, so that's something I would like to catch too. Did anybody go see Drake? You could tell by my face, like, I love me some Drake. Guilty pleasure, even though I know he's a dog. I'm not saying I'd be with him, but I'm a sucker for his music. Now, back in the day, that used to be my man. For real, though. All right, you guys see I'm just doing a little flat twisting here. Just so that way the bangs kind of lay in my face the way I want them to. I'm a sucker for a bang. And then I can always pull the back twist up into a bun. I can pull them into, you know, a ponytail, leave them down. This is only gonna be for a week, and then I like to wash my hair once a week because, like I said, I have dry scalp and it could get real tricky. I think we're gonna do after this one 2 more and then we'll be done. So yeah, as we wrap this up, again, I want to thank you guys for being here in this moment with me. Thank you for just chilling with me. I know a lot of the times people come on here and they have a whole bunch of very valuable things to say, and you know, I always do that when the time is right. But like I said, I just really wanted to start this year off with just spending some one-on-one time with our community and the collective and just vibing out. If you guys enjoyed this and you would like to kind of chill and do our hair together regularly, like totally let me know. I'd be flattered. Oh, I gotta go back and fix that. I'd be completely flattered. Like, wouldn't it be nice if like maybe twice a month we just came together and spent our wash day chopping it up, about our week chopping it up about our goals, maybe our challenges, supporting each other through those experiences and all that. I feel like I could really get down with that. To go back and fix this. I have really fine textured hair, so like my hair tends to do whatever the fuck it wants. And most of the time I'm okay with that because I'm the same way. And so if my body and my mind and my heart is that way, then why wouldn't my hair be that way? But that's a story for another day. And again, I will be doing my edges, honey, so don't come for me. But I'm not doing it now because there ain't no point in all of that. All right. And last but not least, let's see how we're gonna end this. I think we should do another one to the side and then we'll do a straight down. I need to go get gas in my car, actually. And then so what we'll do is we'll just take this one and make this a regular twist. But yeah, okay. Do you guys have any spiritual wellness goals for this year? I feel like I'm gonna do another look. As soon as I ask you, I get into mine. But I guess it's just because, like, you know, I can't read the chat or anything, so I'm just flowing with it. But anyways, I think for me, I'm going to go on another weight loss journey this year. Last year, I had a couple, like I did the 1 meal a day, the OMAD, I did the intermittent fasting and things like intermediately. But I think this next year I might try to commit to a more long-term goal, weight loss goal. So even just like coming on here and sharing that with you guys would be really supportive for me, just to have some accountability. If any of you guys would be interested in that, definitely let me know in the comments below, like if you have any ideas or any big time goals. I think for me, I'd like to get back to my weight goal. I'll probably have like at least 25-30 pounds I like to lose and keep off. I mean, long term, definitely much more, but just like in this next journey. And then definitely just sharing more. Oh, started running out of nowhere. Sharing more of my spiritual practice, more of my yoga practice, just more of my everyday. I just want to show up, you know, as myself and be more connected and available in our community. So this is the bang, and this is our final project, our final result. We're ready for the work week. Again, I'm a natural bae, so I'm cool with this. This is cool. If you want, you can add some clips just to kind of bring it up a notch. And of course, you know, you do your baby hairs, get your stuff right. You have versatility. You can take this and do a little ponytail like that. You can even do like a bun at the top. She a little messy, but you get what I'm saying. Little buns. You just let it free. Take it back into a bun itself. Ponytail. Wear it down. And you're good for the next couple of days. We're moisturized and we're cute. So yeah, thank you guys for chilling with me. It was definitely better to do this and kind of catch up with you guys and just share space with you guys instead of just, normally I just jam out with my music. I would have had my music on, but I don't understand like how to not get copyright strikes. I see some people playing music on their lives all the time, but I don't know how to do it, so I just don't think, you know, I just don't worry about it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed spending this time with me. And again, I will look forward to coming back, and when we post this, I will be in the chat, chatting it up with you guys. I hope this first month of the year treats you well, and that you take the time to really close out the chapters that you need to. And remember, like, you decide how and when your new year start. Don't let nobody else put no time frame on what your year looks like. Personally, I believe the new year actually starts in spring. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but this little setup or calendar that they got us following is a little backwards to me. It's a little off, but that's just me. Do what feels good to you. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. As always, I'm sending you guys so much love. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. Please like this video, okay? It does help to spread it out to everyone and share the love. If you have made it this far, subscribe, join the journey, you know? Just here, living our best life, journey into our higher selves, learning ourselves more, loving ourselves more every day. If you're down with that, join the journey. And please drop in the comments and let me know where you want to journey to next. What you want to hear from my story, anything that you'd like to share about your story, or anything you want to talk about as a collective. I'm always down for that. And I'm going to leave you with the same thing I always leave you with, which is peace and love. Bye.